At 5, I'm going to take off. Fighting myself, take off on full.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left, winds are call. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the RampCheck Aviation Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And
Ryan is
almost on.
Trying to boot his computer. So I saw him a second ago, but then he fell off again. So Ryan will be on in a sec.
Well, don't boot it out the window or anything, brother.
No.
Anyway.
Not
Hey,
at all. But anyway, hey.
Do I look do I look any lighter?
What, do you have your lights turned on brighter?
No, like lighter as in weight-wise.
I don't know.
Because I had a tooth taken out yesterday. That was fun.
I knew you were going to start off with the tooth. For God's sakes. If Tony...
Just kidding.
If Tony washes his car, gets a medical procedure done, it's always the first thing.
Whatever.
And then the next thing he'll say is, I can't drink with a straw because
I can't use a straw, so I'm using my handy dandy F-35 glass tonight. So I'll be sipping instead of never mind. Anyway.
Well, I have the the Zevia beverage of for me.
The Zevia. Yeah. Hey, brother. What's going on? Welcome.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys are frozen, but I'm having some Tony technical issues tonight, and I'm not sure what's going on.
I guess you're coming in loud and clear, brother.
That's crazy.
You're not.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I think it just caught up. Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh, man, I missed it.
You did.
We all need to get the sound effects board.
I know.
I've been looking at getting one. One of these days will be a professional live stream. Maybe one day.
Why? Who would want to do that?
I don't know.
Speaking of that, Aaron, you look like you're in your new studio.
Well, I finally got my my mirrorless camera hooked up again. The quality is so much better.
Oh,
the
yeah.
lighting is so much better. It's just better quality. I'm trying to I got to look better for everybody. It's the RampCheck Aviation Podcast for credit.
Yes.
Now, I know you guys started things off, and maybe I'm a little behind, so I apologize to the viewers. But are you guys seeing everything as normal on Restream, like over to the right, all the options and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something's up with mine because all I see right now are U3, and I've got no other options. Click what?
Is there a design button off to the right?
Design, nope.
Right below it?
Nope.
Right below our three circles?
Design?
Yeah. Do me a favor. Just take a picture of it and text it to us so I can see what
Okay.
you're seeing. Anyway, yeah.
Oh,
That's all.
Matt's giving us shit already. Professional. I watching the right show? Well,
Agreed.
let me rephrase it. Professional looking. I'm not gonna claim to be like,
Well, yeah.
um, I guess that's really what we like about the show is we don't try to be so politically correct. We don't try to be perfect in that
So
way.
professional.
We're not, we're not applying to be invited to some, professional aviation award show or anything like that.
Maybe
Right.
one day. Nah, you're right. No, this is just how we wanted to do the podcast. We didn't want to.
Yep.
I mean, we don't do what we feel is boring, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of Wadman.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, brother. I don't know what's going on with your computer.
Yeah, I don't know either, but
Weird.
I'm on, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to link up and share any stories. So maybe you guys will have to let me read some that's on your screen.
Gotcha. So I wanted to go over this really quick. Just speaking of Wadman.
Perfect.
So as we mentioned on the podcast last week, that Hill Air Force Base, the museum, the Hill Air Force Base, or the Hill Aerospace Museum. Thank you very much.
There you go.
They were having their open cockpit day. They haven't done it in a while, and Wadman did mention that he was going to go, which was kind of cool. And he tagged us in this little tweet or X or whatever you want to call it. Post
on X.
Finally got to get a picture of the Raptor jersey with a Raptor. This F-22 is the second ever production unit made, and only the second one to be displayed in a museum. Came from Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida, but hasn't flown since 2004. I believe. So there's come on. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So way to go, Wadman.
Beautiful.
Thanks for tagging your friends at RampCheck. So
That's cool.
There's also another cool picture that he posted as well. SR-71 Charlie, the bastard. Definitely going to be hard to get in to see inside the cockpit this time. Well, not for you, Wadman, because you're like 9 feet tall.
Yeah,
right.
Just peeking at least.
Right.
Yeah, the three of us need to go up and do a visit since that whole remodel was done.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They built a whole other hangar.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great museum. I mean, my gosh, they've got the Raptor up there now. They've got the F-117. They're still working on the restoration of that. Of course, that SR-71C. I mean, for crying out loud, they even have a B-1B outside.
They do. Yeah.
A bunch of other great stuff. F-15A up there.
How many museums have B-1As? Are there any museums that have the B-1?
Yeah. There. I believe there's two. I think the Strategic Air Command Museum has one of the B-1As. Wadman, while you're listening, why don't you look that up for us, dude?
Yeah.
Where the B-1As, because I think they only made 2 of them, and one of them I know for sure is on display because I've seen photos of it, but I don't remember what museum. So hopefully somebody watching or Wadman can.
Are there any Tomcats at the Hill Air Force Base Museum?
No.
Nope.
There's
What?
not Tomcats.
There's not. There's so much else though. Like I've been to a handful of museums, and our museum here in Utah is actually a pretty good one.
It really is.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to it in years, and so I have no idea.
Well, and we've talked about this on the live stream before, but the SR-71C is the only one in existence. They didn't. They lost the Air Force, or whatever. They lost an SR-71B, and so they needed another 2-seat trainer. So They actually grabbed a static test aircraft and a crashed airframe, and they sandwiched it together. That's why they call it the Bastard.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the bastard child, huh?
Yeah, it's like a mixture of a YF-12 and an SR-71. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Oh my gosh, do we have a lot to talk about? Now this didn't make it in the description because I've been on pain meds, and so just bear with me.
There's another reference.
Oh,
Tony's already talking about his poor tooth.
You're an asshole.
yeah, okay. So yes. Anyway, I'm not talking quite as well as I normally do. But anyway, there's some cool stuff.
I can't talk, brothers.
Tomorrow. Oh my God, you guys.
Hey Ryan, do you have a straw?
Anyway. You guys suck. No pun intended.
No, don't.
So tomorrow, so a little bit of history. Actually, this is kind of a historic week this week because 3 days ago was the 60th anniversary. It was either 2 or 3 days ago. It was the 60th anniversary of the first flight of the XB-70 Valkyrie.
Hell yeah.
60
one
years
of the
ago
most
this week.
badass aircraft ever.
Absolutely.
You said 60 years?
60 years. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute too. And then fast forward to tomorrow, and it is the last ever. I'm really upset about this.
I know. I know where you're going.
Last ever flight of the KC-10 extender happens tomorrow.
That's right. And isn't it like landing for the final time in California or something like that?
So it's departing out of Travis Air Force
Base. Yeah.
And then the DC-10s and the KC-10s were manufactured at the McDonnell Douglas plant in Long Beach, California.
Where Dad actually used to work.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Dad worked on the DC-8 Super 63 at that plant, which got a couple of cool stories from that. But so it's going to fly down to Long Beach. It's not going to land. It's going to do a couple of low approaches over the airport just to kind of salute the workers. Well, they're Boeing now, but the McDonnell Douglas / Boeing workers there. And then it's going to continue on to Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, where it's going to land for the final time. God, that's awful.
Crazy. With the call sign Gucci 10.
Gucci 10.
At least that's reported. That's what it's going to be. But it reminds me of what red flag was it? It was last year. Wasn't it last year? I think it was 23-2 that we were at, where that KC-10 was coming in, and we wanted to get some good footage of it.
Oh, yeah.
We were up on Las Vegas Boulevard, up by the Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
We were like hauling ass down to Cheyenne to get it, and we did get some good angles, some good shots.
We were at a stoplight, and you jumped in the back, and I jumped in the driver's seat of the truck.
Yeah, I remember.
Just in case, yeah.
You do remember.
Yep.
I remember.
Good old Av Geeks for you right there.
The DVIDS website, the Defense Visual Information Distribution Service, they some Tech Sergeant Philip Bryant of the 60th Air Mobility Wing put together a little video, kind of a send-off video for this. And let's go ahead and let's play it here. Let's see if we can get this here.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Jesus.
Got to cue it up, Tony. You got to put it on screen there, brother.
On screen.
On
What?
screen.
It's still hidden. Oh my
Engage.
gosh. Stand by.
Anyway.
This, I don't
Hey,
know.
what?
You'd think this software would be just a little bit more user-friendly.
Okay, well, here, I'll see if I can't even click on the comments and put them up, you guys. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Really?
I'll do that really quick. Okay, so while Tony's pulling that up, so Wadman, I see 2 already, one in Colorado, another at the SAC Aerospace Museum. So I was right with the Strategic Air Command.
We're talking about the B-1As, right?
Yeah, the B-1As. So B-1A is a lot different aircraft.
Yes.
Okay, and then we've got Avgeek Joe. He's saying Sarah Nelson is heading down to the picket line tomorrow.
Okay.
Dude, we need to get Joe on because he's got all kinds of stories he wants to talk about. But sorry about the earlier comment. Bummed the KC-10 can't wait until Pacific Air Show to retire.
Right.
Very,
Exactly.
very, 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 very true.
Yep. Let's
see.
here.
Hey, Jacob Warai, what's up, man? How's it going? What's up? How's Florida? Or are you TDY somewhere? But anyway. Jacob.
Sorry, I was troubleshooting. Jacob, what's up, man? Always good to have you.
Hope to see him again sometime soon. Last time we saw him was that red flag.
Yeah, that's right. When are we doing that?
Well, we had him on the live stream, but but we saw him red flag. Well, the next red flag we'll go to is probably 25-1 and 25-2, or one of the two.
Okay.
So,
while you guys are going to do the story, the next story, I'm gonna leave and sign back on so I can have better access and be more interactive.
You got it.
Right, I will be right back, brothers.
All right.
Okay, 1 sec.
So, Jacob chimes in again. Just got done with dinner and beers. Haha, hurricane. What's that?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, you got one barreling down on you guys again, don't you?
Yeah, no doubt. So, so Jacob must be what, on the east coast of Florida? I guess on the Atlantic side, because isn't the tropical storm on that side? Because I know that because we vacationed in Hilton Head Island and Savannah and everything, you know. And I still get weather alerts on my phone every once in a while. And today Hilton Head got a tropical storm warning. So, but anyway, I don't remember what side of Florida he lives on, but anyway, I think it's actually the Gulf side because anyway. All right.
Is it on the Gulf side?
I believe so.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So anyway, all right. Are you still having a problem with that video?
No, I'm not actually. I was just.
Are you gonna wait for Ryan to come back on?
Yeah, waiting for Ryan. So I'm gonna pull up this. Let's see if I can get this to pull up here.
All right. I don't know what Tony's doing.
Here's the live hurricane tracker.
Oh, there you go.
So let's see. You've got.
Oh, I guess. Okay, so so right now it's in the Gulf.
It's like it's right there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That would be a low, not a high, right?
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, it definitely has the rotation like a tropical storm.
Yes, it does.
I know my father-in-law, he lives in Tampa, so I'm sure they're getting a little bit of weather. But anyway.
We'll pull this. Oh, there's Helene right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. So right.
Helene.
Yep. Helene. Why do they always name hurricanes after women?
Well, they don't. They actually rotate. There's they switch back and forth between men and women.
Yeah.
Anyway,
damn. I was just asking that out of tongue in cheek because I've been, divorced 3 times.
Yeah. Expected. So Jacob says expected to be a Cat 4. Dang.
Wow.
Crazy.
So it's going to hit the kind of the panhandle area. Looks like, according to the cone. So crazy.
Yeah. Oh wow. RampCheck weather reports. Boy,
that's right.
It's fast.
That's
right, Hank. You got it. We got to make sure that everyone down there in Florida's good. We got Tyndall down there.
Yes. Make sure you guys can stay safe. So let's see if, what's that?
Oh no. Go ahead. All right.
Let's see if Ryan's back and fully functional. Well, brother, what you got?
Well, I was pulling up a few stories, so I was going to bring myself on, but since I'm here.
Oh.
Hey.
Bye. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I hate it when it does that. I heard you guys say Helene. That just reminds me of The Office.
Exactly. That's why I was laughing. See, Tony doesn't watch The Office. He's too cool to watch The Office, so he doesn't get all the inside jokes.
Anyway,
Exactly.
Well, you know that, yeah.
I do, because it's on my button thingy here. All right, so we've wasted like 22 minutes just talking
Just
about
shitting.
nothing. Though we did talk about the DC-10. So if you are able to make it to either the departure at Travis, the flyover in Long Beach, or the arrival at Davis Monthan down in Tucson, we'd love to see your pictures. I'm sure there's a bunch of av geeks out there. They're going to see that, and we can't wait to see what you guys get. Sad day tomorrow for sure, sure. So anyway,
so speaking of hurricanes, Avi Joe, they'll never name a hurricane Bayo or Mach, I bet. Probably not. And he says, or Threat, or Mace, or Blaze, but especially never going to name a storm Bayo, I bet. LOLs.
I don't know. I bet Bayo might happen.
So we have Marvin watching on YouTube chiming in. Hugo, there's Hurricane Hugo. I don't know. That could be like
Hurricane Andrew, one of the really bad ones too.
These days, you can't assign a name a gender. So Hugo could be like a Helga or something.
God. Helga. Yeah, who knows, right? It depends on what the hurricane identifies as.
Oh, dear God.
Just said that one for you, big brother.
Yeah, Marvin is asking. He must have just signed on here. What did I miss? Sad day. Oh yeah, KC-10 retirement from the Air Force. Last flight out of Travis tomorrow. Down to Compton.
Last flight ever of a KC-10 from the United States Air Force.
That's right. And is supposed to be doing some low approaches at Long Beach. But anyway, yeah.
So
Jetarazzi chiming in. Yeah, Andrew wiped out Homestead.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yikes. And then Marvin just saying LOL. And apparently we made AvGeek Joe roll his eyes.
Okay.
And then Wadman Henry was the one that allowed Hill to get the Raptor. Okay. All right.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
Wadman's full of all sorts of information.
Beautiful in one way or the other, I guess.
Yes.
We'd rather see the Raptor flying because of such limited numbers, but hey, we'll take it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, let's show that video right now. I'm gonna put this up, and this is just a little final farewell video for the KC-10 extender. Here we go.
Today will be the last flight of the KC-10 extender and its very last aircrew, holding their last flight plan during the last KC-10 sortie ever.
That sucks.
Their last pre-flight check, the last JIPWIZ warning test,
terrain, pull up,
last engine start.
Sad.
Final taxi, takeoff.
Oh man.
A magnificent window view.
3-4, stable ready.
3-4, clear contact.
3-4, clear contact.
Damn.
30, nice and stable. 20 feet. 10.
Its last.
Contact.
Contact.
So depressing.
No. Such an iconic airframe.
This
it really is.
Will be the final flight of our U.S. Air Force KC-10 extender.
44 years of
service.
Damn.
That makes that last time at Nellis where we hurried and caught that footage a little more special because
totally.
Because the only other time I can remember actually being that close and working with one was when I worked at Millionaire, and One came and was on our ramp for a few days, but I mean, geez, that was probably 2014 when that happened. So
I know it's gonna be sad. I mean, there's been a few times, covering events up at Hill Air Force Base where KC-10 flew in.
Yeah.
So it's got the nicknames Gucci. It's got Big Sexy. It's I mean all those names just.
Speaking of Big Sexy. Jetarazzi, no, you're not Big Sexy. His comment.
I was like, have you and Jetarazzi been hanging out?
Although when he's sporting those button down ramp swag shirts,
dude,
I'll tell you the Big Sexy.
The pink and black shirt he wore and posted recently. That's a good looking shirt. The F-35's on it and the palm trees.
Oh,
that's a nice shirt.
So Travis ain't going to be the same without Big Sexy, of course. We totally agree. Friday, last flight of Royal Netherlands Air Force F-16s. Wow.
Yeah, they're all
too. Yep.
F-35s, and I actually they're doing like a flyover of the country with F-16s, and I actually reposted. I think on our X account. I think it was on our X account of the route that they're going to fly. So
nice.
Yeah. So hopefully Frank Krabus is over there. Hopefully he's going to catch that.
Well, Frank's just going to be up there with him.
Yeah.
He's
probably.
He posted something just recently this week, and he was up taking shots of the F-16s and whatever. Their last few operational flights. But it's crazy.
And speaking of F-16s not flying anymore, that's one of our stories this evening. We're going to be talking about the U.S. Air Force is wanting to reduce its F-16 Aggressor fleet. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit as well. A few more comments, though. Some KC-10 news just broke, according to AvGeek Joe. The last KC-10 call sign, Gucci 10, will depart Travis Air Force at 10:10 on Thursday. That would be
tomorrow.
I'm missing that specific time, Thursday the 26th. Low passes at Long Beach around 11:15, 11:30 or so. So with an ETA, probably because Arizona's on the same time as California right now. So maybe 1 o'clock local time in Tucson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure.
I wonder if BH, if you're listening tonight, you live down by Long Beach. You're gonna go get some of those passes,
right?
He should.
He should.
By the way, Wadman says that Raptor isn't flying anymore. Its last flight was the early 2000s. And,
gotcha.
We got Marvin. They should say screw it and light up a fat boy on a flyover.
There you go.
Okay.
No smoking sign.
Why not?
When in California, big not sexy. Talking about yourself, or are you talking about the KC-10 extender? I don't know. Just asking. Nope, I have a job. Well, isn't your job by Long Beach?
Oh, that's dumb.
Hey, BH, I guarantee that thing has contacted an F-35 before. You better go sniff its tail. You better go catch it. I'm sure it's got F-35 juice on the tip.
Ew.
Just the tip.
On the tip. You guys
that'll get him out there.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's see. We got Marvin chiming in once again. Wow, all the retirements are aging me. I remember when the F-117 Nighthawk was new. Well, not new to the public. Lots of guns around it at Van Nuys Air Show way back when. Oh, dude, I remember when they were new as well.
Yep. Yeah, same. They used to bring those into air shows, and I remember seeing one when I was young up in North Ogden, Ryan, when we lived up in North Ogden.
Yeah,
I remember
me
seeing
too.
one flying through the clouds. It's the first time I ever saw an F-117 in person. I mean, it was right around the time they just started talking about them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Crazy. And speaking of retired aircraft, that leads us to this week's palate cleansing video. You got 3 of them coming off the catapult there.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, I love the F-14 Tomcat.
I know.
Yeah, one of the best.
Oh.
Yeah, those things are.
Look at all those.
Yeah, and to have them all swept back like that too.
Oh. Yeah, the Tomcat, man. I still say whenever the day is that Iran either turns good again or they have to just, I mean,
Fuck that. Let's just go take them.
I don't want war or anything like
be
that, but
good
we
again.
need to take some Tomcats back, and they need to go on the air show circuit.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
100%.
That's true because there's so many retired or older aircraft that do hit the air show circuit, and it sucks that the Tomcat has just been gone since it's been done.
You know what? And the reason why is most likely because Iran still has some.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
because when the Navy retired the F-14s in 2006, they basically it was like a huge security thing because they didn't want any of the parts being, shipped black market, underground to Iran to maintain their Tomcats. So that's why they destroyed so many of them. All the ones in the museums, they're all stripped of parts. I mean, there's lots of, parts underneath the skin that are broken and destroyed just so they can't be smuggled out of the country. Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, that's the reason why, most likely you'll never see an F-14 on the air show circuit. I mean, that and the money involved, I'm sure, to restore one of those to fly.
Either get rid of Iran. Awesome. We need to get rid of Iran's F-14s, or just get rid of Iran.
Yeah, we need. What we need to do is send Dirty Harry into Iran and bring one out, kind of like in Firefox,
Right?
Yeah.
Just send Tom Cruise and Little Goose. They'll take care of it.
That's right. His name's Rooster.
Oh, Rooster. Sorry. BH World.
Your words are strange.
As they are always. Hank says, I might know some people who'd like to buy him. Maintenance will be tough, though. Of course it will, but it'll be fun. That good old American innovation.
That's right.
Get those going. Oh, man. That would just be incredible. Just to see even just one of them.
I know.
Flying around. But
you'd need probably like 5 of them, though, just to keep one going.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have to keep one going. So what do you say we move on to our first story of the evening?
Let's do
it. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
let's go.
I know.
Our first 30 story of the evening.
Yeah, 33 minutes in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, we're just shooting the shit, having a good time.
We're the best at cutting to the chase. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway. So the title of tonight's episode is the FAA Playing Politics with SpaceX.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Yes.
You think so? I mean, that's maybe an obvious, maybe not an obvious question. But so here is a letter, or here's a post from Elon Musk on X. He says, SpaceX letter to Congress. The FAA News leadership spends their resources attacking SpaceX for prey.
For petty.
Prey matters.
Petty
matters.
Petty. Sorry, Jesus. Let me grab another tramadol.
Where did you get prey out of petty?
I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's the medication for petty matters that have nothing to do with safety while neglecting real safety issues at Boeing. This is deeply wrong and puts human lives at risk. NASA deemed the Boeing capsule unsafe for astronaut return, turning out of necessity to SpaceX, yet instead of fining Boeing for putting astronauts at risk, the FAA is fining SpaceX for trivia. So the post actually from SpaceX that Elon Musk reposted, and enough is enough. For nearly 2 years, SpaceX has voiced its concern with the FAA's inability to keep pace with the commercial spaceflight industry. It is clear that the agency lacks resources to timely review licensing materials, but also focuses its limited resources on areas unrelated to public safety. These distractions continue to directly threaten the national priorities and undercut American industry's ability to innovate. So basically, what they're doing is they're like blazing these trails. They've got all these innovations. They're ready to go, and the FAA is like, yeah, well, we'll get to you when we get to you.
Yeah, golf Fox Yankee. That's what I have to say.
Exactly. This video pretty much from Elon Musk just kind of sums it up here.
The next flight of Starship, which Starship is the next flight of Starship is ready to fly. We are waiting for regulatory approval.
Yeah.
It really should not be possible to build a giant rocket faster than the paper can move from one desk to another.
Exactly.
That stamp is really hard. Approved.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
It's
Go
a perfect
fuck yourself.
Exactly. It's a perfect example of just government bureaucracy and regulation getting in the way of everything, just like Elon said, getting in the way of innovation. Unfortunately, the space program in the United States, I mean, you look at NASA, they start working on a program or a rocket, and it takes them years and years and years to even fly something, and billions of dollars over budget. Where and NASA's thing is they want to get it right the first time. They don't want to fail to succeed. Where it's like Elon and SpaceX, the way they innovate is they test fly it, and whatever goes wrong, they fix it for the next one, and that's how they rapidly innovate. And I mean, it's genius, really. I mean,
it is
just the fact that Starship with super heavy booster attached to it cleared the launch tower on flight 1 is a huge accomplishment because it was the most powerful, heaviest man-made object to ever fly, for God's sakes. And they were able to get it up almost into orbit on the first flight. And so, it's just it's unbelievable. FAA regulations. I mean, this is government bureaucracy, and you look at the current administration, it's no wonder this shit's going on.
Well, and we're gonna get to that, because I mean, there's your normal bureaucratic red tape. There's the normal pace of everything and how it that's so beautiful. Look at that.
That's so cool. Yeah,
unbelievable.
Freak! Look how tall that is.
Well, if there was
400 feet, damn.
If there was something, as just a regular citizen that was like concerning, or these guys do everything they can. They don't cut any corners. Safety is a priority. It's all about innovation. I mean, we learned so much from the space race, things that were innovative, right? Like, I think I remember even hearing something as simple as Velcro came out of the space race. But, this bureaucracy bullshit, it's such a leadership failure. Like, who's ever leading this? Like, there's really no other reason to put this off and set them behind other than like, I have the power and I don't want you to do this, so I'm going to just push it back. And it's childish.
That's pretty much
bullshit.
Now, I want to show this clip.
Bullshit.
I want to show this clip right now. This is from Representative Kevin Kiley, and we'll play this here in a second. But his post is saying, today, the administrator of the FAA acknowledged SpaceX Starship Flight 5 is a vital mission, yet he struggled to justify the 2-month delay.
Of course.
His agency has imposed.
Because he's not going to come out and say his pockets were lined with some money to delay it and make it hard for SpaceX to be successful. Well, he's not going to say that.
I guarantee you, through back channels, the White House is like, hey, man, you need to like delay this shit because we don't like free speech, and so you need to stop his other innovations.
You know,
it's funny that you should say that.
Wait, but
What?
Don't play it yet. Say what you're going to
Hold on.
say, but don't play it because I got something I want to say.
Well, no, it's funny that you should say that because we have a clip, and not this clip, but another clip that proves exactly that. They don't like Elon's politics, and they don't like the fact that he is endorsing and supporting Donald Trump, and that he's with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek.
Yeah, all the sane people.
All these same people that want to streamline the government as well. I mean, Elon Musk has even talked about volunteering for, and President Trump has actually talked about having him head this government streamlining, type.
Trim the fat department.
Exactly. Yeah, get rid of the waste.
But it shouldn't matter what anyone's politics are, though. If you're a part of these agencies, the FAA is the Federal Aviation Administration. They should be politically neutral in nature. They can have their own opinions of politics, but they should not use that. I was going to say,
but they do, and the entire fucking government does it right
now. Did this guy, when they asked him, when it says he had a hard time justifying, did he say, "Well, I grew up in a middle class family"?
Right?
I'm retarded.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that answer. Okay,
well,
but anyway.
here you go.
And it's another example of the three-letter acronym agencies just failing the American people.
Yeah, come on, they're supposed to be there for us.
Hey, you know what's cool is you look to the right and it says live on X. We're right below Alex Jones, guys.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, his just says plus 263,000 though.
Yeah, and ours is like.
Well, it's because ours is counting so fast it can't keep up with it.
They're not having to flip the extra power switch to keep up on.
Let's play this clip, and then we've got some comments to read.
Now, of course, Boeing's issues have also been in other areas, including most recently with regard to their space operations and the Starliner mission that wasn't able to return the astronauts from the International Space Station. And now NASA is relying on SpaceX to bring them home. And so, that sort of has put in sharp relief an issue that many have raised regarding perhaps the undue scrutiny that your agency is giving to SpaceX with a $633,000 fine for launches last year recently. And then recently as well, delaying the launch, the fifth mission for Starship, 2 months past what the license previously said. So I was hoping you could speak to that issue, and in particular, whether you think the delay of the Starship launch is in the public interest.
So I think safety is in the public interest, and that's our primary focus.
Which they are.
Proposed civil penalty, it involved a failure to comply with comply with the launch requirements before launching. They launched without a permit. The allegations are that they moved a fuel farm
just say yes,
closer to
we'll
the
move
population and did not do a risk analysis before launching. It's the only tool we have to get compliance on safety matters. I think.
So how about this delay? Are you saying that the delay of Starship is for safety reasons?
The civil penalty matter wasn't delayed. They launched without a permit. The delay of the Starship had to do with SpaceX filing an application and not disclosing that they were in violation of Texas and federal law.
But why Starship?
So my question though is it a safety issue? Is that why it's being delayed?
I think it is. I think launching these rockets is a safety issue into the NAS, and I think it's a situation that requires the same level of safety management and safety culture that we're working to implement at Boeing needs to also exist with commercial space.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I'm saying, are the reasons for this delay, which is
SpaceX has always been about.
Dude, he's not answering the fucking direct question.
Well, the first reason of delay was that.
Also, I want to know why is Hezbollah's wife in the background behind him?
So there was a 30-day delay due to that. And then the latest delay was their failure to comply with Texas law, which is a prerequisite to getting a launch permit.
Okay, so assuming for the sake of argument that's true, but these are not safety-related reasons.
Exactly.
I think the sonic boom analysis is a safety-related.
Oh my God, sonic boom analysis! Give me a fucking break.
Ensure a safe launch?
I think the 2-month delay is necessary to comply with the launch requirements, and I think that's an important part of safety culture.
Oh.
I guess that my concern is, and we've heard this from former FAA officials, you've heard it from both sides of the aisle, that our leadership in the commercial space industry is absolutely vital to U.S. national security, our global leadership, and yet the FAA does not seem like it's
this guy has Matthew Broderick vibes.
With
right.
continued innovation. That this is an issue where we could have resolved that whatever the issues you bring up are without delaying this entire launch by 2 months. Do you agree that the FAA needs to be reformed in a way that is better suited to the type of innovation that we should be moving towards in the commercial space industry?
Well, I agree that this is a vital mission, and I think SpaceX has been a very innovative company, but I think
no
they're also
shit.
a mature company. They've been around 20 years, and I think they need to operate at the highest level of safety, and that includes adopting a SMS program, and it includes having a whistleblower program.
So is there any path to moving up that
Oh,
launch?
for God's sakes, a whistleblower
Complying
program.
with the regulations would be the best path.
You know, all he needs to say is, we don't like Elon's politics, so we're delaying it 2 months.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, it's just a bunch of gobbledygook.
Yep, I'm going to play gobbledygook. All right, I've got one more.
Probably the best description, to be honest, though.
Exactly. One more video I want to play, and this pretty much proves our point right here. So this is posted on X by @Amuse. Weaponization. The left can't stand it that Elon Musk seems to be one of the few entrepreneurs who is firing on all cylinders. Take, for example, this interview of NASA Administrator Bill Nelson by Axios. Where's that?
I don't know.
You want me to continue reading?
Okay. Anyway, by Axios reporter Niala Budhu. Not sure who that is. Anyway, she's working overtime to try to get NASA to say something bad about Elon or SpaceX. She starts by trying to focus on the fact that SpaceX is the only private space company really executing. Boeing and Blue Origin are stumbling badly. Instead of praising SpaceX, she attempts to get NASA to express concern that it has too many eggs in Elon's basket. When that fails, she tries to get NASA to admit that Elon's posts on X are concerning and distracting for the space agency. She didn't seem too bothered by the fact that the company, NASA, is relying to get to the moon and has yet to orbit. Nor did she seem concerned by the fact that Boeing stranded 2 astronauts. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. To his credit, Bill Nelson was very positive about SpaceX. He dodged the attacks on Elon Musk as a loyal Democrat appointee. So anyway, all right, let's watch this right now. Here.
I wanted to start by asking you about Boeing and its setbacks, and if you feel like that means NASA's overly reliant on SpaceX for the foreseeable future.
Understand that SpaceX is a new thing that we started as a result of Kay Bailey Hutchinson and I passing new laws in 2010. It's true as we go back to the moon after a half century. By the way, not to just go to the moon, we're going to learn to live, to work in that hostile environment so we can send humans to Mars.
So that said, where do you think SpaceX then ranks in terms of all of the partnerships? Because certainly Elon Musk gets.
They've been phenomenal.
Right.
They've been phenomenal. The proof's in the pudding. Look, they developed the Falcon 9 rocket. It's now the workhorse to get into space, government, commercial, defense. It's the workhorse.
Do you worry about Elon Musk and the misinformation that he spreads that detracts or distracts from NASA in its mission?
Kiss my ass. You know, the good news about that is that Elon has a president that he lets run the company, and her name is Gwen Shotwell.
Yeah, Shotwell's awesome.
And she's done that. She was the 8th employee of SpaceX. And she's done a phenomenal job. And as we say in the South, the proof's in the pudding. Look at the crew to orbit, cargo to orbit. Now we'll see they, along with Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin, are going to be our two landers. We're going to get our astronauts to the moon in lunar.
Okay, I just want to point out really quick before he continues.
Mhm.
Look at all the missions that Blue Origin has actually flown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What do you
they're
mean?
still
Look at
having-
them. They haven't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's my
exactly.
point. And yet the NASA has already funded them $3.4 billion.
Their orbit, and then they will transfer into first a SpaceX lander and then a Blue Origin lander.
Right, and I think it's not necessarily how SpaceX is run, as you're saying. I'm just talking about the distraction of the constant headlines
Oh my God.
about.
I'd be like, you know
Everyone will
what?
feel like that's a
Next interviewer,
Well, they
please.
distract you, but they don't distract NASA.
Exactly. Hell yeah, Bill Nelson.
That's
Good
a
job.
that's a perfect
yeah.
time for that Thug Life meme. You know, it puts on the
Exactly.
smoke, puts on the sunglasses. Yada da da da. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's the end of the video. I just wanted to show you.
What a
guys.
perfect ending. They distract you, but they don't distract NASA. I mean, dude, good for him. Like, because that's how I feel. Like, inside, I just want to blow up and be like, fuck yeah. But I'm like, I'm so glad he was just calm and he's just like, you know what?
No,
Like,
it's great.
I'm not even going to entertain your attempt.
Exactly.
Enough with people just being these delicate flowers, for God's sakes. Like, it's life.
Right.
Like, why do you take such ridiculous things so seriously? And just
Elon
because
Musk.
you
Elon
don't
Musk.
agree with somebody's ideology or whatever, like
Elon Musk was the Tony Stark of the 21st century.
he is, not was.
Well, I'm saying in their eyes, he was their Tony Stark. They idolized him. Everybody, including AOC, wanted a fucking Tesla. And then he buys Twitter and basically just unsuspends all these accounts,
and it's like
for free speech, and then all of a sudden he's a threat to democracy.
Yeah, because he wants everybody to have a voice. Wow, that's so
Right.
evil and awful.
So awful.
But we need to get to some of these comments
Go
because
for it, guys.
we've
There's a
got
whole
like
bunch coming in.
a shit
Yeah.
ton of them. So here's AvGeek Joe. What business is it of the FAA to regulate commercial space travel, and why is the FAA more worried about SpaceX than the unruly airlines?
Good point,
Yeah,
Joe.
No, it's a perfect point. Well, why the FAA is antiquated, and it
needs to be reformed. Every 3-letter agency needs to be reformed in
Well,
Washington.
not just reformed, but every single agency in the United States government, their budgets need to be slashed by like 75%. Their staff needs to be slashed by 75%, and then they get reformed.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, and AvGeek Joe says the FAA should butt out of our air shows. Yeah, no doubt, right? Like, these institutions are there, for our safety, but when they start overreaching beyond things like that, that's just when it starts to get obnoxious. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
God.
I know. It's ridiculous. Okay, and then we'll go back to Marvin here. FAA guys are problem, all close to retirement and out of touch with reality. Very true. Let's see. It looked like slow motion the first time. Okay, Generazzi, yeah, the FAA is such a joke. That's so true. Hey, and Hess chimes in. Spinny side up. What's up?
Dude.
Elon is a Trump supporter. Seems pretty obvious to me why he can't get through the red tape.
Yep.
100%.
Absolutely.
And then Marvin, backdoor ass scratching in all 3-letter government agencies.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. They're coordinating. Absolutely. Last few years have revealed so much hidden stuff going on. God, you got that right. And then Preppy. Wow, look, it's little Hess.
Hey, it's a father
back.
Yeah.
They're both back. Wow. We feel so honored.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, it has been a while. His college put classes during the podcast. Ended up short today. How's life going? good. It's so much better that you're on. That you're watching.
You're on. Is that Elon's brother?
Yeah,
You're on.
Exactly. Generosity. What a chode.
What a chode. Yeah, it's a great way to put it as well.
Marvin chimes in again. We found one rare spotted farting turtle was offended by the warm water spray and noise.
Dude, you're exactly right. Just
probably true.
Bullshit studies that they do. Oh my God.
Yeah. Matt the man. There you go. What's up, Matt? Haven't read a comment from you in a while. Thanks for again for
dude. Welcome.
This is how you destroy innovation. Very true.
Yeah, this is what they're
again.
trying to
FAA
do.
has such a hard on for SMS. My goodness. Jeez, I know it's crazy. And then AvGeek Joe, I got to run, but Elon Musk is great American for PayPal, SpaceX, and X, and I'm voting Harris Walls. So what I did there, I put politics aside for good of the nation, honor the heroes. Thanks. Hey, more power to you, dude. Vote for whoever you want, and it's all good. We love a good debate.
Yeah, but honestly, if you're voting for the good of the nation, you need not vote Harris Waltz. Just saying. I'll just say that.
That's just your opinion, brother. But anyway, Marvin, how about they all use the same connectors on the suits? Something simple because it's a problem already. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, I'll be quiet. All right. Thanks for chiming in, Marvin.
Yes.
Anytime. Well, Tony hawk Tua on something.
Dude. Oh God.
You don't want him to do that now because it would be bloody. Because if
yeah,
dare you?
Oh, that's right. That would
surgery.
be.
His tooth got full.
Yeah. You want to see?
No. BH, don't you have a job?
Yeah, he's DEI director for the show. For the
oh God, right?
That's his job.
Yeah,
but,
BH,
anyway,
come on and be our HR guy.
Yeah, right. I know.
Well, if we ever get to that point, that would be a job and a half.
Oh my gosh, I know, right? Okay, really quick. I know we touched on this earlier. Just wanted to go ahead and head over the post. So this is from Buzz Aldrin,
Nice.
the real Buzz. Of course,
Dr.
Buzz
Buzz
was on the Apollo 11 mission, and the second man to walk on the moon.
There you go.
Always going to be second. You think his wife didn't stop reminding him of that whenever they got in an argument? Oh, yeah?
Me.
You were only second. You weren't the first one. You were the second. That's all you'll ever be anyway. So Buzz Aldrin.
Damn.
American
so brutal
hero.
towards
Definitely.
a woman.
I know the aviation buffs are going to appreciate this one. The first flight of the XB-70 Valkyrie 60 years ago yesterday. Now, this was posted yesterday. So a couple of days ago. Despite its limited service life and troubled development history, the Valkyrie stands as one of the great and awe-inducing planes of all time. It was a marvel of innovation and boundary-pushing aeronautical engineering. Only 2 Valkyries were built. One exists today at the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. Bucket list, damn it.
I know.
The other was lost in a mid-air collision that tragically resulted in the deaths of NASA Chief Test Pilot Joe Walker and Carl Cross. The Valkyrie represents a truly amazing aviation story. If you haven't seen the video, we're not going to show the video on here. We've shown it a few times already. Just go ahead and look it up. You can see it on YouTube. There's plenty of videos everywhere. But this was my favorite aircraft when I was growing up. We used to have a model of it that Mom and Dad got for me that I put together. And
when did that have its final flight? What year?
I don't know. Probably late 60s.
Okay, so that's obviously why we didn't see it fly, because it was done flying by the time we were born.
Yep, definitely.
I don't know, maybe not Tony, but
yeah. I'm trying to think, Dick. Anyway.
Well, you are the oldest.
I am the oldest.
That's all I'm getting at.
You are the only one born in the 60s, for God's sakes, out of us 3.
Can I do a little bit of, just really quick at show and tell? I was cleaning out some stuff because, like I talk about, always trying to get my office done, but I haven't got it done. Mm-hmm. And I found these really cool, like, I think we got them at an air show sometime, but they're like
that's
paintings.
Nice. Look at those old buffs. That looks like linebacker from
Like,
Vietnam.
The green camo, yeah.
I found 3 of them at the bottom. It says High Road to Hanoi.
Yeah, does it say B-52D?
It doesn't say that on it, and then there's just 2 more, and then another one by an artist.
Oh, hell yeah, dude!
Couple of A10s. I just
got
went
those at an air show one year.
Holy shit! Does that say EL Ellsworth?
Yep.
It does, Ellsworth. It says once a tiger, always a tiger.
Yep.
And it looks like I might have had this signed at an air show by 2 pilots, one call sign Fish and the other one Carl.
That's cool.
And then
Carl.
And then just this last one. Sorry, I know we were just kind of right in the middle, but
cool. F-80.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. 80 shooting star.
Yeah, and this says a comet over Washington. So anyway, I just thought those were cool. I went out and got some frames for these, and I'm gonna throw them on the wall. And
yeah, that's cool.
Wadman coming through really quick.
Oh, sorry.
The date. So February 4th, 1969.
Oh, wow.
So that was just a couple of months before our sister was born, and I was about a 1.5-year-old. So yeah, go ahead with Spinny side up. This is funny.
What did he say?
And you got to straighten that picture on the wall behind you.
Which one?
The airline
one.
Oh shit! Yeah. You know what? I was running in to try to get on, and I slammed the door. And so, hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, while Ryan's doing that, an interesting tidbit that I read about the XB-70 this week. The A350-1000, just those 2 engines on that, has more thrust than the XB-70. All 6 engines at full afterburner.
Isn't that crazy?
It just shows the innovation with power plant development.
It's
nuts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey Ryan, there's another one that's kind of crooked. I'm just kidding.
No,
that's awesome. Why don't you take the next story, brother?
Okay, cool. Let me pull this up real quick. Since we kind of talked about the aggressors a little bit earlier, let's just bring up this story real quick. This is from the War Zone. Aggressor F-16 fleet set to be slashed by Air Force. Planned cuts to F-16s at Nellis Air Force Base point to
bugs me too.
God, I know, especially since they just stood up this latest aggressor squadron, down there.
The 706 or whatever it is.
Yeah, the 706.
Yeah.
But anyway, question about the Viper fleet's overall health. So it goes on to say the Air Force is set to significantly cut the number of F-16 Viper aggressor jets at Nellis Air Force Base, which is always such a fan favorite for like Red Flag, and that really sucks. Including those flown by a squadron that stood up in a high-profile manner last year. This comes despite a surge in demand for Red Air adversary support, training and test and evaluation activities, and raises broader questions about the future of the service's steadily aging F-16 fleet.
Hold on a second. Before you continue, scroll back up to that first paragraph. All right. So despite a surge in demand for Red Air adversary support, despite a surge in demand. Wait a second. This is
So
government.
Okay. So here's my quick 2 cents before we continue reading this article. I think this is a push for the Air Force to try to get some Block 70 Vipers.
Well, I think it is too, actually.
That's what I think, because they're like, there's so many Vipers that are just getting tired and we don't have enough of them, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to want, just like
newer ones.
They're getting the F-15EXs, so why not 200-300 Block 70, Block 72 Vipers? I don't know. Maybe, but anyway, Lieutenant General John Healy, who serves as both Chief of the Air Force Reserve within the Air Force top headquarters at the Pentagon. I don't know why I said Pentagon. The Pentagon and Air Force Reserve Command at Robins Air Force Base in Georgia provided an updated on the aggressor force at Nellis on the sidelines of the Air Force Air and Space Forces Association. Man, God, there is it's like this place and that place and this event and that event. But I get I mean, they have to add it for content.
Right.
Context. My God, can't speak. Main annual conference last week. Nellis is currently home to 3 dedicated aggressor units, the active duty 64th and 65th Aggressor Squadrons, and the Air Force Reserve 706 Aggressor Squadron. The 706 was formally activated last year, transitioning from its previous role as a non-flying unit managing reserve pilots assigned to the U.S. Air Force Warfare Center. As you can read more about here, okay? The 64th and 706 also fly F-16 variants, while the 65th has the F-35 Joint Strike Fighters. So our F-16 aggressors at Nellis, the program record currently has them divesting 26. Damn, that's a lot.
It is.
26.
It's more than I
So
thought.
there's no
question really quick before you continue.
What's that?
Number one, get rid of that fucking pop-up that's showing the video. That's so distracting.
Dude, it's I know these websites. I mean, I get they're getting
No,
the revenue and stuff, but it's like sometimes it just gets annoying as hell.
But what my real question is wouldn't it make more sense to have our aggressors be more advanced?
Well,
I mean, now I know
Yes
that all
and
of our
no.
adversaries claim to have 5th and 6th generation fighters. But it's like, you know, Thor, really? Are they? Yeah, we don't know.
I know.
But
Are they really?
It would make sense to have an aggressor that didn't fly in the 70s, in my opinion. Something a little bit newer.
Well, they do have the 65th Squadron, so I mean, they got that part covered.
So more F-35s, maybe sprinkle
Well,
some
I mean,
F-117s into the mix.
You do have companies like Top Aces that are upgrading all their F-16s or getting their ex-Israeli Air Force F-16s. I mean, they're putting crazy radars in them, infrared search and track. I mean,
Well, do you also think then that maybe this is a way that the Air Force is moving away from having the aggressors, period, and having them all run by contractors?
They need to have some. I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, the contractors work out great too, but they got to have some dedicated. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
no, that's okay.
That's a great picture, by the way. You've got the F-35 Splinter. You've got
Blizzard and Ghost.
Blizzard and Ghost. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Ghost. Well, speaking of that, see, look, here's the 65th Aggressor model. Check that out.
Nice.
Oh, you know, online. It's pretty badass. It's the same manufacturer as that zombie F-22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
That I got. Those are really good. But anyway, so let's continue with this. So as we're currently moving forward, the expectation is that we'll divest the pre-block F-16 aggressors. So we're talking about older aggressors, F-16s. We have new mission sets at Nellis, and that this will be able to do and should be able to utilize the manpower to build as we continue to go forward. I love the splinter camo on those.
I do
those
too.
Vipers.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, look, painted at Hill Air Force Base.
Oh yeah. Well,
no, not that one.
Maybe not that. Yeah.
Yeah, not that one. I thought that was Utah State in the background, but anyway, with regard to F-16s, pre-block refers to block 30, 32, and older C&D variants. For years now, the Air Force has been pushing to divest all its pre-block F-16s in order to rationalize its Viper fleet around block 40. Rotationalize? Is that a word?
Rationalize? What?
Rationalize its Viper flight. Oh, rationalize. My God, what is going on with the reading tonight? Anyway, it's Viper fleet around Block 40, 42 C and Ds, and newer Block 50, 52 post-block versions. We'll try to utilize them, the pre-block F-16s from Nellis, for our other remaining pre-block F-16 units down at Homestead, which will involve working to find out what's the best of the bunch to keep our most viable jets for the long term. Healy added last week. Homestead Air Force Base in Florida is currently home to the 42nd Fighter Wing and its 93rd Fighter Squadron. It's unclear whether or not all the 26 pre-block F-16s that Lieutenant General Healy said are now set to leave Nellis belong to the 706 Aggressor Squadron, or if this includes ones assigned to the 64th Aggressor as well. What this all might mean, either way, for the latter unit, including whether it might get additional newer jets to make up for the impending shortfall, is also not clear. The 64th has a long operated a mix of Block 25 and 32 F-16s, but it has also received at least 11 post-block versions in recent years, at least some of which are Block 40s. Okay, so we can go on and on about blocks and whatever, but it looks like they're kind of reorganizing a few things. My guess is
planes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about, yeah, I mean, it's such a vital role for training down at Nellis. I can't imagine that those 26 jets won't get replaced with newer block F-16s. And like I said, maybe it's, a push for some newer block, some brand new build F-16s.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
block 70s.
I can't see them just getting rid of them and not replacing anything, but I guess, you never know. I mean, they're releasing the story about it. So, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Exactly.
Jetarazzi, do you smell toast? Wadman, if Wraith leaves, we riot. Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
I know. Spinny.
Spinny side up. I haven't had story time since preschool. I remember the teacher would do the voices depending on which character was speaking. Work on that, would you?
We'll have to work on that. Exactly.
Anything for you, Hess.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, yeah, we hopefully it's not too affected down there.
That's what she said, brother.
God.
Well, that would be kind of a bummer to go do red flag and not see the cool aggressors.
I said affected, you dumbass. Gosh. Anyway.
Anyway, I was saying while you guys were talking about body parts being infected, I just said it would suck to go down and do a red flag and not see the the usual aggressors, because it was always a surprise too. And and all the AvGeek community were there. Everyone wants to be the first one to see it through the lens and be like, "Oh, that's Wraith. Oh, that's Ghost." It's so funny. Like
it is.
Sometimes I'll just do things to fuck with people, like because I love all of our AvGeek friends. So I'll be like, "Oh, it's Ghost," and I know it's not Ghost because I love to see him turn and be like, "Oh no, that's not Ghost."
No, that's just a regular gray one. That's a half glass.
I have a good time with those guys.
Glass. So speaking of F-16s, check out this clip of this sick little demo. He's like, nope.
Nice. It's pulling a few G's there, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Nicely done.
I like how he's kind of hitting the pedals back to back.
I know.
This is Solo Turk. Not like other F-16 solo displays. These are the first two maneuvers from today's show in Sankhol, which give a hint of the level of madness throughout the entire performance. So
that's cool.
Adam
Nice.
Landau on X, worth a follow. Check that one out for sure. So, let's see. Here's a really cool story that I wanted to share. That is, let's see if this is the one. This is.
Let's read another comment from
Go ahead,
Marvin.
go for it.
I was just scrolling and found you guys. I'm glad I did. 3 buddies having good, no BS talk, and the best part is no trolls talking shit. I'll be back.
Nice.
Nice.
Who was that again?
That's Marvin.
Oh, that was Marvin that just said that? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all. It's Marvin. Sure, you've never heard that one, Marvin.
I love it.
And Marvin, since you're new to watching the live stream, we're actually all 3 blood brothers, believe it or not.
We are.
Tony's the oldest, I am the middle, and then Ryan's the youngest. We do have a sister.
Not like blood brothers of the wolf pack were like, I took my hand and went, no. We're actual brothers.
Yeah, we
came
are
from the same mom
brothers.
and dad. Yes.
That's right.
Thanks for the clarification there.
At least I think so. Sometimes you, Tony, I don't really know,
Dude, you're the only fucking redhead out of all of us.
Yeah, baby.
Best sounds in the world, Preppy says. Race cars and fighter jets. Gonna have to agree with you there. Love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next story. This is actually something really cool that is going to happen. So, according to, this particular post is coming from Finance a Lot. Okay, I guess he's in the banking.
There you go. That's kind of a cool name.
And yes, I'd like to get a loan. Why, yes, sir. Head to the corner and see Sir Finance a Lot. Anyway.
Finance a lot.
We're the knights of the round table. Anyway.
Here, let me see if I can do that with my lens caps.
Those aren't coconuts.
You're welcome.
Coconuts,
you are welcome, world.
Banging them together. No, they're not. All right.
Oh shit. Okay. Hopefully we didn't just scare Marvin away. Anyway.
No, we let me just hurry and say welcome, Marvin. We love every time we get some new watchers and listeners. So tell your friends, and we just like to have a good time. So thanks for finding us.
We're just here bullshitting about aviation, giving each other shit. But anyway, so our next story. Once in a lifetime experience coming up in October. Actually, a little sooner than that. Comet.
It's happening.
Yep. Comma C/2023 Alpha 3 will become visible to the naked eye starting September 27th. That's 2 days. Peak brightness happening on October 12th. This will be the brightest comet in over 30 years. So, this video is 8 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I do want to play part of it, though, just so you guys can
By the
get
end
an
of
idea.
August,
Here we go.
Comet A3 will brighten to a magnitude of 7. It will enter the orbit of Venus on September 2nd.
Yeah,
However,
I love
from
comets.
Earth's
I'm so
perspective,
excited.
The comet will pass behind the sun and begin to appear in the pre-dawn skies of the southern hemisphere. The observation window is short, but offers a good chance to capture the comet's tail. Between September 25th and October 2nd, it will also become visible in the morning sky for those in the northern hemisphere. So overall, in September, you can get a faint view of Comet A3 as it enters the inner solar system. On September 27th, the comet will make its closest approach to the Sun, known as perihelion. It will come within 58 million kilometers, or about 36 million miles of the Sun, near Mercury's orbit. After its perihelion, the comet's altitude in the northern hemisphere's dawn skies will drop, and it will temporarily disappear from view. Our best views of A3 will come when it moves up into the evening sky around October 10th. Around October 12th, when the comet makes its closest approach to Earth, it will be at its brightest, possibly reaching a magnitude of up to -3. That's brighter than any star in the night sky. During this time, Comet A3 will be relatively high above the horizon in the evening sky.
Brighter than any in the night sky. I wanted to fast forward and show you. So here's kind of that light meter.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And-
-3 is a lot brighter.
Yeah,
than...
-3 is a lot brighter than even
negative
Hale-Bopp was.
3. Anything negative is super bright. So Comet Hale-Bopp in 1997 was absolutely spectacular. That was the first comet that I ever took photos of.
You know
And I
what?
should
You need to find that and put it up on our Instagram.
I wonder.
Just
I
because of
wonder
what's
if
going on.
I know. I might even have. I'll have to look while we're live. I might even have a photo that I can.
Where was how bright was Halley's comet? I remember that too.
Yeah, it wasn't that bright.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
it was, but you could definitely see it. Do you remember Dad took us out to see Halley's Comet?
I do. Yeah.
Back in I believe it was 1986.
Yep, we went out early one morning not by Point of the Mountain, but kind of by west of Point of the Mountain.
Yeah. Just kind of back then that
Which
was
is now
getting
all
out
houses.
of the city lights.
Right.
Now it's like in
Yeah.
the middle of the city lights.
A little bit different now.
Yeah, I'll have to find some comet photos. I wish.
So that's going to be a good one. It's going to be right
about
here.
Yeah.
As far as the brightness goes, I do want to make a point. So don't worry, because if you miss this one, you'll be able to catch it again in about 26,000 years.
if it comes back.
That's what they said at the end of the video, which I thought was pretty
I
funny.
might not be around then.
No.
I know.
So
That's
you got a better
crazy.
chance of seeing Hale-Bopp or Halley's Comet twice in the same lifetime than definitely, well, it's going to be, about 20, 30 lifetimes
Yeah.
for A3. So anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. Looking forward to seeing that out there in the night sky. Well, in the morning sky first, except if I, want to get up that early in the morning.
Yeah. So the funny thing is I actually I was up this morning at about 6:30 because of my sweet little daughter Lula. She I scout, Daddy, I scout. She gets up and I go in there and she's pointing to the pointed shadow from her little pop-up tent in the corner.
Oh,
And
it scared her, huh?
It's like scary to her, but anyway. So I was like, hell. So I'm gonna go outside and see if I can, catch a quick glimpse of C-2023.
Just say it's a comet. It's probably easy
Anyway,
to say.
comet. But anyway, I didn't see it this morning. It needs to get a little bit higher in the sky, only because we live in the Rockies, and so the mountains kind of really obscure that,
Right.
low
Yeah.
horizon.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, all right.
We'll definitely keep an eye out for it. Brett Johnson, hey brothers, hope you are all well.
Hey,
Well,
Brett. Yeah.
we're here.
We're
We're
doing
here.
great, man.
Yes.
Mr. Brett, press corps photographer extraordinaire. He's been going to all kinds of presidential campaign rallies. I've seen photos from both sides, from rallies, from events, and yeah, he's been going around. He got some really cool shots of the new Marine One helicopter that just started operating.
Nice.
To replace the old
Now
Sikorsky.
the Marine One, it's now a it's going to be an Osprey, right?
No. They use the Osprey in the Marines in that group, but no, it's a brand new Sikorsky. It's based on the S-92 helicopter. I think they're called the VH-92.
Oh, cool.
Gotcha.
I'm sure Brett could chime in on that, but yeah. So yeah, Brett, there you go. That's cool.
So Marvin seems to think that Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones will see the comet.
Hey,
I'm not sure why he will.
What the reference is on that?
Not
But,
sure. I'm
yeah.
sure.
That's a flying stone. It's not a rolling stone.
Wow, brother.
It's actually ice and dust and gas, if you want to be, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you do go out and try to see the comet. I mean, it's if it gets as bright as everybody's predicting and kind of the trend that's happening as it got so close to the sun, as it is still going around the sun, it should be pretty.
But when was that? October 12th?
So towards the end of this month, early morning.
The first one, yeah.
Right.
That's right. And
but
then
the brightest.
after perihelion, which is around the sun, then it'll be closest to the Earth, like around, I don't know.
It'll be epigee.
I was way off.
Perigee.
Oh, perigee. That was close.
But anyway.
Okay.
So
I mean,
it should be super, super bright.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Yep. Brett says,
yep,
doing a lot. And yes, it's the VH-92 Patriot.
Cool.
Right.
Hey,
very cool.
That's very cool. Let's see. Oh, wow. It's almost 8:30. How about one more story, and then we'll jump into Instagram stories from accounts we follow?
Sounds good.
Just a real quick one, because we were wanting to talk about this. So heading back to space. Well, maybe not
space.
Almost space, or maybe it came from space. And
big question mark on this one.
Durable. But anyway, so this is coming from the war zone. First look at mystery objects shot down over Canada by F-22 Raptor last year. This is the only image that's emerged to date of any of the 3 still unidentified objects shot down over the U.S. and Canada. Why haven't they identified them? Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to when Aaron first sent the story to us, I'm looking at the pictures and I was trying to wrap my head around what that could be, but I guess that's why they call it unidentified, because like, is that the shadow of something, or is that the actual object that's shaped like a backwards C?
I think the white is the object,
Okay.
and it's either got a hole in it or there's a shadow cast over it. Who knows?
Hole in the object.
But if they shot this thing down, did they not go retrieve some of the wreckage, or did it obliterate it?
I don't know. Probably obliterate. I mean, there's got to be debris somewhere, but you have to remember where they intercepted this thing is probably, it was over Canada, so it's probably in the remote wilderness. I mean, good luck finding it, I guess.
Well, I have a what claims to be a picture of this object on the ground, which looks absolutely nothing like what we're seeing here in this image. But I'll get to that here in a second. Canadian authorities have released an image of an unidentified object that was shot down over the country's Yukon territory.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably why they haven't found it.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And, Yukon territory kind of makes me think of Gus Chiggins.
Yeah, but
peaches.
but and I'll let you continue
Yukon
reading.
Cornelius.
But yeah,
I'm Mr. Snow Miser. Anyway, sorry, brother.
If they shot this, if this thing was enough of a threat, meaning like it didn't identify itself, and they shot it down, there's no way they didn't go recover to see what the hell this was. They're just not saying.
And the photo, if you scroll back up to it, Tony, it almost looks like it could be another like spy balloon, and that's like looking up underneath it, and the little black shadow kind of cast under it is the payload hanging underneath.
Yeah,
So
you could be right. Yeah,
that's the most logical thing in my opinion.
Or a big horseshoe that's lit up.
Or as Marvin would say, a toilet seat.
Yeah, exactly.
It does look like a toilet seat.
That too.
Yep.
That too.
Only the one you find in the men's room.
I claim this toilet seat in the name of Mars. We love you, Marvin. We're just immature.
We love it. Yes, we're very, very immature. Canada's CTV News first published the image of what is also known as unidentified aerial phenomena 2-3, seen at the top of this story and below, along with an accompanying string of partially redacted internal emails from members of the Canadian Armed Forces earlier today. UAP is the term U.S. Canadian. Do I even have that? I think I do. Well, this is the closest, I guess. Let's see.
He knows the Atlas.
He
knows the Atlas.
10 years after World War IV.
Act.
Zoom in on this.
Yeah. You also have, he's a genius. He knows the Atlas.
Yes. Where is that one?
Fleshy-headed mutant. Are you friendly? No way. Oh my God. What are we doing? Jesus.
He's a genius, eh? He knows the Atlas.
Anyway,
There
sorry.
it is.
Okay.
Anyway, they saw it. They put some pictures out. I mean, that's pretty much it. So you think that could be a balloon?
I see what Aaron's saying.
Up
Like
underneath it.
if you're directly underneath it, like directly, then I could see because the top white part would be the
I see what you're saying.
obviously.
Okay.
And then the little dark spot in the middle would be, the basket or whatever. And then Aaron's saying that whatever the payload is, it could be causing a shadow. But
Yeah,
interesting.
That's true. So okay, so keeping that in mind, let me just switch over to this really quick.
Marvin says it takes a lot more to piss me off. I'll go, well, we're definitely not trying to piss you off, so that's good. We're just having a good time, like you said.
So this is
we love it.
This is from an X post from DM_Pelly. He claims this photo is purportedly the wreckage of UAP number 20. Oh, not 23. That was shot down near Dead Horse, Alaska. Of note, the photo goes through spurts where it is visible online, followed by periods where it seems to get scrubbed from view. So this
it looks like a weather balloon payload.
Be like Tic Tac, sir.
Yeah,
that's
well, you know all the Tic Tac stories that the Navy has reported.
Exactly, that's
kind
a
of
big
fits.
one,
That fits that description.
right?
It's not a pod from Krypton, is it?
I know. It also looks like a photo maybe from Hoth.
Yeah,
maybe a set photo from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows,
Well,
man?
I gotta believe that if this thing is like top secret or they classified it, that no photo of it's gonna make its way online, especially if it's out in the middle of nowhere, because that means the only people that would be out there would be like the military.
Right.
And some guys in the military is probably not taking pictures and posting it.
Well, it's funny too that all of a sudden now there's this whole rash of stories that of UFOs, aliens. I mean, there's one more. We won't actually do the whole story, but there's also, let's see, where is it? Right here. There it is. A story about the James Webb Telescope.
Yeah.
Saying, has the James Webb Telescope discovered a universe-altering secret? Ooh, I wonder.
Damn, that's crazy.
So apparently that universe-altering secret is a ship the size of an object the size of a planet that's flying around out there about 10 light years away that is actually making course correction.
Death Star.
Right, exactly. That's the first thing that came to mind for me.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Yeah. So the Empire's on its way, and we're all fucked because of it. But anyway, but the Force will be with us always.
I hope so. I certainly hope so.
So there's other stories, things like that going on, and
so what do you think? What do you think, brothers? What are the odds of life out there? What do you think that we're really the only ones? The only life-bearing planet?
I had to think about it for a minute.
Vast universe.
I think it's probably
my mothership.
Nice. I think it's more probable that there's got to be other civilizations out there with how vast and how big the universe actually is. I mean, we don't even really know how vast it is. We just know what we can fathom. Exactly.
What we can see, and it's like, the James Webb Space Telescope, it's finding galaxies like further away than we ever even thought possible.
Right.
So it seems,
billions and billions of light years away. And it's just like, okay, so my opinion is we are not alone. The question is, are we being visited on Earth? I don't think so.
Well, we know what Hess thinks.
Yeah, nope.
He doesn't think we're alone. Yeah.
He's one of them. He's trying to throw us off the trail.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible, but man, I don't know. Probable, I don't know. This has always been a tough one, just because I think in my mind it wants to say like there's just no way with how vast the universe is. But on the other hand, I'm also I need to see shit to believe it, and so I don't know.
I believe that there is intelligent life out there.
I do,
Absolutely.
totally. 100%.
I because you look at, so take for instance our history here on Earth. How many hundreds of thousands of years ago or have years were we on this planet where we couldn't even figure out how to make a fucking wheel?
Yeah, no,
It's
true.
And then we get the wheel. And then you see things like you see the pyramids in Egypt. You see some of this architecture that's just insane. And how could man have done that on their own with that current level of technology? Then, we start to get into the industrial age and we see all these, I mean, look at, it's just been over 100 years since the Wright brothers had their first flight.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, 100 years is a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not.
It's nothing. I mean, technologically, we're just barely there. I mean, just
how can some of these things not, how can they occur naturally where somebody came up with this idea, or were they reverse engineered? I don't know. I don't think that I mean, I think that we are definitely a smart species. We, are forward thinking, we're innovative, but I don't think it's possible
it's
to come up with a
dude,
few of the things that are
the
out.
James Webb Space Telescope is picking up like signs of life or like
Right.
the only way these certain materials are generated is through biology.
Yeah.
Like it's picking up signs of biology in
Methane.
atmospheres of exoplanets, for crying out loud. So
Methane is one of those key elements that they look for.
I think there's definitely life. I definitely think there's technology and life out there that's way beyond what we could even imagine.
At minimum, there's definitely cows farting on other planets.
Yeah.
We
Well,
can
and
agree on that, right?
Wadman says more than likely there's life, but like Marvin said, so far away. And let's go back to Marvin's comment that says even if there are others, we see what it was billions of years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
And he says it's a stretch. We are alone, and you could always bring the big guy into the mix.
That's right.
Then bring God. Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a stumper. I don't know.
I believe that we have been visited by extraterrestrials.
You think?
I think so. I do.
I don't know if I believe that part of it, but you never know.
I feel. That's why I feel like we've had these leaps in technology every so many years.
Do you think they're like interdimensional beings? Is that how they, because obviously there's no sign of technology them traveling here in spacecraft or
what do you mean? There's Roswell.
Yeah.
Unless they've mastered mind control and then they can do whatever they want.
The funny thing I think about that though is when you're talking about UFOs, they draw these most rudimentary, unaerodynamic, unsleek looking objects based on how things looked during that particular era. So that's something that makes me a little skeptical, because like people that like claim they saw UFOs in the 1940s, their ships look just like the Flash Gordon series that was on
TV. I know. Yeah.
It's true.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
maybe we'll see.
We better move on. We're running a little long here.
Oh,
but
yeah, we're running way long.
Interesting conversation.
Do we want to just I mean, there's a few more things we can talk about, or we can just go right to Instagram story.
Well, if we're trying to not drag it out, we should probably just go to Instagram.
Sounds good to me. What do you say, brother?
Yeah. Let's do it.
That's your cue.
That's
I
your
know.
cue, Tony.
I'm just making sure we're good to go. Shut up, you guys. Jeez. It is time for Instagram stories from accounts we follow. Bless you, brother.
Yes, sir. So before we do that, since we're on Instagram, I just wanted to give Joe, Windy City Spotter, a little shout out. As you know, he's dealing with leukemia, cancer, and it's been about 10 months. But anyway, I just wanted to, he's struggling a little bit. He did get a transfusion, I believe, and he's having a hard time taking his meds. So come on, Joe, keep on those meds. We want you to live, brother.
That's right.
But he's a little scared. He doesn't want to die. He wants to live. We want you to live. But hey, stay strong and get well. Get well, Joe. We love you.
Absolutely.
All the best.
All right, here we go. Okay, so I always tell my wife been ordering 10 IPAs, but they'll be signed.
Chihuahua.
What the
Hold
hell?
on.
And
Dude,
and Joan
that's Bayo.
Shingang, I'm going to pronounce right. Shanga Chihuahua.
I won't tell my wife I've been ordering 10% IPAs, and then that's hilarious. That's great.
That's Bayo. That's awesome. Anyway, Bruce Almighty B's got a great account. Cool. It's like they're having a good time down there in Florida. Let's see. Births and Pretty Daughters. That's our sister and our nieces.
Nieces, yep.
Bayou Eagle 15. Little spotting trip. There you go. Dash 8.
Nice.
I gotta hide.
I was gonna say
Sorry.
that's a Dash 8, right? Yeah, you just said that.
It is. It's very cool. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, yeah.
F-16. Look at that thing. And so, it's a QF-16. It's got the orange tail. There you go. Okay.
That's cool. Oh, a little
All
CJ.
Right. Citation, CJ. Cool. I'm glad I was able to see the red arrows at Air Tattoo 2024. Yeah, we need to get them on.
Hey, a little 152.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There it is.
Some helicopters. We got some T6 up. C-130.
Hercules.
Hercules. Lots of QF. Nice.
That's cool.
F-35B. Look, it's got the gun pod on there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice. So flying. It's got some wing stations on there too. Some pylons.
Cool
nice.
picks, man.
Oh, look at that. Very
Oh,
nice.
geez, that's cool.
The Osprey is always hard to get those prop rotors kind of.
Really?
They don't spin super fast. So, when you're a photographer, you got to keep the shutter speed low to get some blur. So when you're shooting helicopters, V-22s, airplane, props, rotor, anything with a prop or a rotor, you got to slow the shutter speed down. It's kind of hard to.
Good to know.
Anyway, Kyle Ruby photo. Hey, kiss my ass, brother. You're just jealous. ORD spotting. Okay, so
nice.
Look, yeah, there he is. He's at. Look, Vivek.
Spotted Vivek Ramaswamy.
Nice.
Yeah, ORD. See, he goes around. He's got all kinds of photos from all kinds of events and everything.
That's so awesome.
Press gaggle with Vivek. Very cool.
Nice.
Dope driver. Look at that.
Nice.
He's got his airplane there. Got some footage. He's got the smoke kit on it. That's right. Very nice.
Yeah, that's
Very
cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that F-15.
Great shot.
Beautiful. All right.
Another Hercules.
Yeah. That's actually a gunship right there.
Oh, yep, it is. Look at that.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, we'll do a few more and call it a day. Preppy 235. Oh, he's playing the video games. Oh, you remember this dude? KLSV Spotter. We met him at the Hill Show. Remember that young dude?
Yes, we did.
Yep. All right. Cody.
That's
cool.
Mesa Gateway, Aaron. That's right.
Yeah, F-35 is my old stomping ground. Cool.
The G4
All
tail
right.
in the background.
Yeah, we'll do a couple more after this. Oh my God, this long ass ad.
Oh,
a frosty F-117.
Yeah, I'd say.
Stay frosty out there.
That's
Look
a
at
cool
that.
shot.
That's cool. Okay.
Nice.
Zero went to yeah, of course, cool. Oh yeah, look at that nose cone. It's all melty. Very cool. We'll end it on this one here. Dustin Farrell video, Viper Girl reposting it. Very cool.
Very cool. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. That's
very
cool.
nice. That's probably Mach. Is that an F-35A? Nope. That's a B. Sorry. Anyway, okay. All right. Well, that's a big ass blimp crashing.
Damn. Yeah, it
realize
is.
that, but
and it
yeah, it did. But anyway, so Tony, that
What?
is Instagram stories from accounts we follow.
I just wanted to share this meme really quick before we sign off.
The plane. My bag was 3 pounds too heavy.
Nice. So I was just thinking right before you played the outro there, you think the pilot crashing in that blimp was like, no, no, because what do? What do? That thing's deflating slowly. There's not much you can do.
I know.
Anyway, hopefully everyone was all right.
Try to find a soft place to set her down.
Everybody was all right. Okay, one more. Here's the journalists are pulling up the guide to that so they can figure out which aircraft that was that just went down.
God, no doubt, man.
It's funny.
No doubt.
Journalist guide to aircraft identification. You saw it first right
737
here.
Max 800 with props. That's funny. DC-3. And
Right.
Cool.
A few more quick chats before we head out. Let's see. Marvin says, I hope we get all the answers when we die. Haha, look at the control COVID showed. Oh, yeah, right.
Aliens.
I know.
Too much to type. And Brett, got to photograph anyone and anything. Have a good night, guys. You too. Thanks for checking in.
Good job, Brett. Yep.
That's
good
great,
for you.
Brett. Nice. We enjoy your posts.
Yes. Hey, don't forget the RampCheck Aviation podcast live stream is typically live every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. If you're just scrolling through the Twitters or the X like Marvin was tonight, you can find us that way. We're also on Facebook. And of course, we are on YouTube as well. Make sure that if you're on X or YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel, follow us. And also, we've got a lot of great content on YouTube that you can check out. Just go through, check out the live tab. There's all of our previous episodes since we've been doing the podcast video version. You can subscribe, make sure you share it with your family and friends, and don't forget about heading to the Ramp Swag store, the official Ramp Swag of the RampCheck Aviation podcast live stream.
Yeah, and if you're I wanted to just throw a plug to the latest video Aaron created, and maybe you guys talked about this last week since I had the night off, but cool new video on YouTube, about 12 minutes long. Maybe one of you listening or watching appears in that. It's just a video I threw together of people we've met and just had some fun with over the years. And, we throw all the names in there, and maybe you're in there, maybe you're not. It also has a little bit with our families and friends, and go check it out. Yep, go check it out on our YouTube channel. So
maybe next live stream we'll play some clips of that. It's a cool video.
Yep, we should definitely. Spinny side up, love my hat. You better love it.
That's right. Hess does.
I like
have
the new dark colored shirts. I'm gonna have to get me a couple of those.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have to grab one. So cool. Marvin says, thanks for the laughs. You're welcome, my friend. Thanks for stumbling across the podcast and joining us. That is badass, brother.
I know.
That is. Yeah, Marvin, come back next week, Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 7:00 Mountain Time.
Yep. Yep. Maybe next week we'll have a nice little fuck around and find out segment.
Speaking of Gucci.
Oh,
nice.
There it is. Big sexy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. Anyway, all right. That's enough. We got to go. I got to go put my daughter to bed.
Yep.
I got to go put Lula to bed.
Anyway. All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching us, the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream. See you next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I am Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ryan. Good day, eh?